I've heard it said that the taxis are the best part of Grand Theft Auto 5. I've heard it said because I've said that before. I'm lying to you, I've never said that before. But there are many interesting facts and or glitches about taxis in Grand Theft Auto 5, and I've brought together the best ones for this video. I am surprised this has never been patched out, but to this day you can still taxi all the way off the map and into the ocean. You have to put the waypoint way out there though. Taxi drivers seriously get no respect in this game. It is standard practice for NPCs to freak out when you point a gun at them. Taxi drivers, on the other hand, are completely cool with it. If you go to sleep after calling a taxi and waiting for it to arrive on your map, despite being asleep for many hours, the taxi will still stay.
Where you headed, homie?
Above a certain height, regardless of how far you are from a taxi, your character will not whistle for us. For example, here on one crate I can whistle fine,
Cab, hey!
but just one more crate up and my character will not whistle until I go down.
Taxi!
The normal process to get a taxi to come to you is to bring up the call on your phone, listen to the dial, and then skip through the conversation. This process takes about 7 seconds. Doing a quick cab skips this process. At the end of a mission, when a cutscene ends, you have a small window where you can call a taxi before the mission pass screen comes up, which forces you to put down your phone. Despite not hearing a second of the dial tone, the taxi will still come. Note I'm angling my camera here specifically to control where the taxi spawns.
Hey!
Taxis in GTA 5 have a glitch that enables you to instantly teleport to your safe house. You just need to start a taxi job, get out of your vehicle, and then attempt to swap characters on the very frame where getting out cancels the mission.
I'm open for a pickup.
Guy just canceled on me, so there's a job near you right now.
Oh yeah? Yeah, I'll take that one.
This strategy is so difficult and therefore unreliable that it is rarely used even by other speedrunners. The rest of you could always just have someone else drive you to your safe house, but where's the fun in that? By taxiing near the end of the LS River and getting out of the taxi driver for some reason will drive forward and destroy his own vehicle. Something far more annoying is that you can be pulled from your taxi while you're fast traveling. More interestingly though, you can actually fast travel and take NPCs that are outside your taxi with you, suggesting that the taxi actually warps a bubble of area.
What? Time to kick some culo.
On the side of every cab there is a sign that claims that taxi drivers carry firearms and will defend themselves. This is of course a lie.
Let's go, now!
Damn. Go to hell.
I guess I'm not having a very good day.
Normally when you attempt to get into a taxi, you will always get in the back seat, but you can change this by first taking cover.
Hey, my man, where you going?
Little soul.
Right away, sir.
Sometimes when you switch to another character, that character might be using a taxi or be in traffic that has taxis. These taxis are bugged and cannot be used to fast travel. On the mission Construction Assassination, rather than using the elevators like normal, it is actually possible to taxi to the waypoint on top of the building, even though a taxi clearly couldn't normally reach there. It is noteworthy, however, that the taxi doesn't always spawn in a favorable orientation. When you run to the top of the building, you will notice that your target and all the usual enemies have not spawned. You can, however, get them to spawn by going out on these bars and moving between them so you slightly move down.
Oh shit, there he is!
As long as you kill the pilot before he gets the helicopter in the air, you can use the helicopter to leave the area to end the mission. It is also possible to go up the first elevator to relocate the waypoint on the roof to taxi to somewhere different. You simply need to jump off, parachute down, and call a new taxi.
Okay, buddy, there you go.
Now you spawn on the highest point on the roof, teetering on the brink of death. Strangely, if you kill a taxi driver and enter through the passenger side door, rather than hitting out the dead person and taking the driver's seat as normal, your character will sit comfortably next to the body.
You are utterly ridiculous. Christ alive!
Under normal circumstances, if you pull a taxi driver out of his vehicle, he will immediately run away.
No, fuck!
However, if the taxi driver is spooked by another source when he is still close to his vehicle, he will forgive everything that you've done and take you to whatever destination you desire.
I'll take my right. Ah! Oh, shit.
So, where do you want to go?
If you take a taxi to play golf and whistle for it before you begin, it will not be there waiting for you after you finish.
Alrighty then. Total shit.
If instead you don't whistle, the taxi, driver and all, will be sitting there in one of the parking bays.
That is fucking useless.
If you place the purple line correctly, it is possible to taxi inside of the toll gate at the far side of Fort Sancudo.
North. Shit!
Where you headed, homie?
Damn it. Stop that, Terry!
When you're on a taxi job and you go to meet your customer, if you hold on your handbrake, they won't get into your vehicle until you release it.
Let's get this chariot in motion!
When you travel directly to a mission with a taxi, usually that taxi will either drive away the moment you activate the mission, or it will simply be despawned by the game. However, using a purple line instead of taxiing directly to the mission can enable you to either completely bypass this despawning zone, or make it so that even if the taxi drives off, you can still catch it when you leave the mission.
So, where do you want to go?
If you decide to work as a taxi driver, your passenger will look angry whenever you drive over 72 kilometers per hour, which of course is 45 miles per hour. Michael's gate, for whatever reason, stops moving if you accept a taxi job.
Hey, dispatch, you got any work for me? Cancel that, something came up. Dispatch, got any passengers you can throw my way? Sorry, gotta cancel that job, change the plans.
I don't trust him at all.
Aggressive civilians are afraid of taxis.
This fool. Game on, you buster! Hey, your ass through.
Hey, my man, where you going?
Taxis in GTA 5 mirror real life. When they do not have a passenger, the taxi light on top of the vehicle is lit up. When they do have one, it is turned off. If you plant a C4 on a taxi, you'll still be able to enter its back seat, but you will immediately be kicked out.
How can you get so many tickets?
If you attempt to hook up with someone for a third time, your date will attempt to satisfy you while you're driving to your destination. If instead of driving you use a taxi, the results can be quite uncomfortable.
Hey, so you wanna, like, hook up?
I'll be waiting for you at the marina.
It's a bit of a drive. How about I get you warmed up? What do we have here, Mr. Winky?
This job wouldn't be so bad if it weren't for all the shitty drivers in Los Santos.
As soon as I knew you were coming, I killed the cats, just to make it special.
Well, that's one way of looking at things.
There is a long load bug with taxis. When you fast travel, the screen fades to black, teleports you to the destination, and starts loading the map around you. When the game reports that the map is loaded, it will fade back into gameplay. But for whatever reason, if you fast travel anywhere near a side mission, the game doesn't always report back that the map has been loaded. Rather than fix this, Rockstar simply added another check to fade into gameplay if the game has been loading for more than 30 seconds. In this clip made by Twisted Tamer, it does fade back into the game, but the trigger still wasn't activated correctly, so the game acts like it's still loading and he can't use his character. This until Rockstar's second trigger kicks in and he gets control back.
Okay, buddy, there you go.
Come on.
While somewhat inconsistent, it is possible to call and then set a taxi as your getaway vehicle for the Blitz Play heist.
We have a getaway vehicle ready and waiting.
Good work, T. Where'd you put it?
Davis Quartz.
Okay, that's everything.
If you start and then complete the heist, arriving at your getaway vehicle location will indeed show a taxi that can be used to complete the mission.
Everything cool?
Yeah, man, shit, that trash truck is trash, dog. You good?
For the longest time, we were confused with the ending of Fresh Meat, because when you call a taxi, it'll either come up as busy or say that taxis are unavailable, but you can still use taxis if you find them on the road. In every other mission in the game, you can either call and use taxis or not use them at all. It turns out that you can call a cab on this mission, but only after Michael and Franklin have finished their very long conversation. Thankfully, it was also found that this conversation will prematurely end if Franklin gets lit on fire.
Can't thank you enough.
It's nothing. Can I get a cab right away?
Not a problem.
Where can I take you?
That was certainly a video that exists. Thank you for watching. If you want more content like this, I'm sure it's going to be scattered around your screen somewhere. Trust me, clicking my videos is never a waste of your time. I wish you all the best.